it is. Okay.
Sure, we can't put this up.
That's you're doing too much. All right.
I'm gonna go eat and pass out.
Okay. Oh, can you get my lip gloss that's upstairs too, and give me that my lipstick right there. My lipstick's sticking up right there. My lipstick's sticking right there. Thank you. And is there chlorophyll in there? It is? Okay. Hey. Make sure everybody's set up. You can see me. Okay. All right. Hey, y'all. How are you? I'm so happy to see y'all. Hey! How are you guys doing? You gals. How you gals doing today? Hey, beautiful. Just come on in. Get comfortable. We have a lot to talk about. Sit down. Make sure you have your tea, though, and you have your red lipstick. All right? Because listen, I have so much that I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm tired of seeing you get played. And so I'm getting ready to tell you how you're going to uplevel your love life literally within the next 15 days. We're not playing this game anymore, okay? We're not having men ghost you anymore, break your heart, disappoint you. You're not going to keep doing this single thing, doing it all by yourself. Hey, honey. I'm getting ready to tell you, ma'am, how to change all of that. But before we get started on all that, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Shay, your girl, your love diva, master certified love strategist, voted top 5, ma'am. Count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, I am number 1 in the world for helping women to be able to uplevel their love lives. I run a top level love mastery agency, and I'm also a scientist. So I teach you. I use all of these gifts and everything I've researched and studied. I use it to help you to be able to up level your love life so that you can be able to attract a man who's effed up, fun, faithful, and once forever to love your soul. A man who is in his masculine energy, who's marriage minded, and who is looking for you. However, ma'am, listen, the dating game is not the same. If you keep trying to approach this dating game like it is the dating age of your mammy and your pappy, you're going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to be tired. You're going to waste a lot of time. So I'm getting ready to tell you the formula that I discovered by accident. It's the lip gloss, baby. It makes your lips shiny. Okay, it's over there. It says Fenty. It says Fenty on the lip gloss. Y'all, Lovebug. I told Lovebug to go give me some lip gloss so my lips can be popping. Oh, and can you get my glasses too, babe? Can you get my glasses? I told Lovebug to go get my lip gloss so my lips can be popping. So when I'm trying to teach you guys how to up level, hey love. So when I'm teaching you how to up level your love life, my lips can be like, hey, but he brought me the wrong thing. So excuse us. But welcome, 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 ladies. Come on in. I have a lot to talk to you about. You're getting ready to learn things that you have not heard anywhere else, that you absolutely do not know, that is going to completely change the way you do dating so that you can be able to attract that. He's even beyond high value, okay? Because I don't know, I think we've watered down exactly what high value means, and it's time for us to get clear on what exactly it takes in order for you to literally be able to attract a high value man without giving up your cookies, man. Okay? Without giving your sugar cubes away to just everybody. Hey. So before I even get started with all that, I want to love on you as you're coming in. Please leave your name, where you're from, and a heart emoji. Hey, Anitra, how are you, Carla? Hey, Cindy, Natalie, Nima, welcome, welcome, welcome. But so that I can love up on you, please drop your name, where you're from, and a heart emoji. If you are brand new to my lives, if you have never, ever seen me live before, go ahead and drop your name, where you're from, and a heart emoji. But if you are returning back, then you're part of the Diva Hood. So just drop your name and a lipstick emoji so that I already know that you are part of the family. It's going fast. Michaela, welcome. Quisha. If I say your name wrong, target to my head, not my heart. Okay, I love y'all, but y'all. Some of your names, your mama really made an effort, and I love that for you. Ashley from upstate New York, welcome. Sterling, this is from Rhode Island, welcome. Bree, welcome back, my love. What's just phonetically break your name down for me, baby. I want to say it right. Okay, I really do. But you're from Amsterdam, and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Allegra from Nashville, welcome. Cindy from Australia, welcome. Um, Tara from North Carolina. This is your first time. Welcome. Listen, ladies, if you are new to me, hi, I'm Shay, your love diva. I am a master certified love strategist. That is the highest level of love coaching. Okay, let's just think about it like this: life coaching is here, love coaching is here, and then I'm all the way over here. Okay, I am one of the pioneers of love coaching. I have been doing this for over 2 decades, helping women to be able to up level their love's lives so that they can be able to attract a man who is effed up, unfaithful, and wants forever to love your soul. How did I even get started? I know, right? You remember me since 2020? Okay, because I've been around since 2013, I think it was. 2013. I thought you was going to say you remember me from my YouTube days. But I initially started this journey, y'all, by accident. Okay, I wasn't planning on doing this. I was supposed to be a doctor, a pediatric cardiologist, to be specific. How I started this journey is that I found myself constantly attracting one Build-A-Bear after another. I have had different moments in my life where I have literally been every single one of you. Okay, I've been the woman who ended up dating and sleeping with the Build-A-Bear, got pregnant, and then I found myself homeless with a child and realizing that I let her down. Then, because I was not going to sit there and be down for long, I took all the degrees that I had to be able to get into pharmaceutical sales, and then I did well. But as a successful woman who was doing life at the highest level, I found myself struggling in the dating game, especially as a woman who's a single woman with a blessing in the form of a child. And then I experienced being in this dating age. Like, this dating age is different. Y'all dating age is special. Okay? The men aren't many. Look. The men aren't many like they used to. Okay? So it's a completely different dating age. But what I learned by accident is going to make things easier for you. And the reason why I am doing this is because I realized that there were so many women that needed my help. I did a dating experiment where I went on over 100 dates in a little over 3 months. I interviewed over 4,000 men, women, and couples. And then I studied the science because I graduated pre-med biology. Like I said, I was supposed to be a doctor. So I graduated pre-med biology, and I knew if I could figure out the formula, like, what is the formula for increasing my options of high quality men? I didn't want, like, first of all, I was already doing life at the highest level. I'm not somebody who can't meet my lifestyle, who's not in my tax bracket. That is absolutely not what I was trying to do. Like, I wanted to increase my options of attracting wealthy, successful men who could up level me, not bring me down. So I knew that if I could figure out the science for how to trigger a man to want to pursue me, to want to commit to me, to want to fall in love with me, then I can increase my options of attracting that kind of man. And at the end of my dating experiment, I have been married for 12 years now with my romantic best friend. He is the reason why I'm here, because even though I've been helping women for 2 decades, I worked in pharmaceutical sales, like I told you. Like, I wasn't planning on doing this. And then I had a lot of women that were emailing me and asking me for my help. And so I was doing pharmaceutical sales while I also did this on the side. And then when my company discriminated against me, it was my husband. Listen to me, y'all, because this is how a high value man will move. When he sees that you have a dream, when he sees that you have a gift, then he's going to be the kind of man that's going to encourage you to step into your gift and dream. So when my company discriminated against me and he seen me also working my business on the side, he said, F your company. Like, here's the money. I will pay up all the bills for a year. Because if y'all are like me, you don't want to have to worry about, bills. So my husband paid up the bills for a year. Then he invested the rest of the money that he already had saved into my business. And he was like, baby, I got us. Go work your business. And now we've created and built a multi-million-dollar business because I figured out the formula that I want to teach you that triggered my man to be so into me that he was willing to empty out his entire 401k and his savings in order to fund my dream. So, as you're coming in, I want to make sure that you are absolutely prepared for this kind of love. If you just want the broke type of love, or the kind of man that you're the one that has to do all the thinking and all the pursuing, and you're the one that's going to have to do the heavy lifting, ma'am, then just jump off the live right now. You're going to be super disappointed with what I'm going to tell you, okay? So I'm going to give you an opportunity for you to exit left. If you're the kind of woman who's okay with dating a man who's broke because you're like, all I want, I'm a simple girl and all I want is a man who's just going to love me and treat me well, then jump off the live, okay? Because that's not this conversation at all. You, as a woman, are bringing a lot of value to the table, and you deserve to have a man who's going to be able to add value to you mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Hey, baby, how are y'all doing? So, as we jump into this conversation, and we all are touching and agreeing that in the year of 2025, moving into the year of 2026 of the Lord, that we shall declare that every single last one of you who are on this live shall attract a man who is so madly in love with you and who owns a plane, okay? And who owns a savings account, and who can actually pour into you, and who can actually support you in fulfilling your dream, where you're not having to just work because you have to work, but you're doing what it is that makes you happy because you have a real man behind you that is supporting you, that is rooting for you, and that is cheering you on. And if you are in agreement with that, please say yes, ma'am, in the chat. If that is what you want, okay? If that is what you want, and you're bold enough and courageous enough to admit that, then just put yes, ma'am, in the chat, ma'am. Let's touch and agree together. Let's just touch and agree together. Now, I thought when I accidentally discovered with my dating experiment, I discovered that there were two types of men, and that no matter what you look like, no matter what your age was, no matter what your size was, no matter how many kids you had, that you can literally trigger any man to be into you. And y'all, listen to me. Oh my God, this was so exciting to me. Like, it's one thing to trigger a Build-A-Bear to be into you. I don't know about you, but that's not very exciting, and that doesn't get you any brownie points. But to trigger a man who is actually high vibrational, a man who is successful and wealthy, and who is into you, like, that's a whole different kind of experience. So as I was going through my dating experiment of going on over 100 dates, like, I was taking notes, I was trying different things, I was saying certain things, I was showing up a certain kind of way. And what I realized, ladies, there's literally a step-by-step formula for magnetizing the high value elite men. And these men are the men who are in their masculine energy. Now, this is what I want to ask you. Okay? And I really want you to be honest with yourself, because I think as women, we aren't honest with ourselves for multiple reasons. What do you want? Put it in the chat. When it comes to love, like, what do you want? Because I'm going to tell you about a client who was on the live just like you are, and she was extremely successful as a doctor. She already had the house that was worth over $2 million that was already paid for. She already had the life. She already had the things. But when I asked on the live, what do you want? She honestly could not answer that question. So I'm going to start off with asking you, ma'am, what do you want? Marriage with a successful masculine man, protector, provider, that prioritizer, partner. Okay. Hey, Abby. What do you want, Abby? Huh? What do you want? Neat. What do you want? What do you want, ladies? What do you want? What is it that you want? I'm seeing a lot of crickets. Caring, a man in his divine masculine energy. You want the world. Wow, ma'am, that's a whole lot to carry. How do I recover from a narcissist? I'm emotionally torn up. I still feel crazy. What do you want? You can recover by just following me right now, ma'am. I'm literally teaching you. I'm literally helping you. I'm going to give you the solution. We've had tons of students that are in our university who were in narcissistic relationships, who felt broken, who felt like they weren't worthy because of what that man did to her, to be able to finally find herself, to clear and heal her love blocks and go on to be married to amazing, loving men. So tell me, what do you want? A man who knows himself? A humble, loving, loyal life companion? You mean like a puppy? Like, is it? Because that sounds like a puppy to me. What exactly do you want, ma'ams? It's a whole lot of quietness. A stable man, someone who truly appreciates and respects me. Like a friend, like an employee, like I'll just get one of those then. Generous, ambitious, romantic man, someone to take care of me. I want a partner that's on the same level mentally, spiritually, morally, and a teammate. A real man. What? Hello? Y'all. Thank you, ma'am, for being honest. I want you to email my support at shaybetter.com. Okay? Faith, please write down M, because I don't want like a bunch of people emailing support lying, saying that I said I was going to give them a free digital copy of my book, because I'm not. I'm giving it to M, because M was the first one to honestly admit, okay, that she does not know. So email my support and they're going to give you the book. Okay? Because I haven't seen anybody's answer who honestly knows. And y'all, I'm going to show you what I learned from my dating experiment that is really going to take you to another level when it comes to love. Because I'm telling you, I hate to report it today, but the dating game is broken and it's trash at this point. And online dating, even though I've loved it for so long, it's trash. So what are you going to do? Okay? What's the options? Since online dating is not really a viable option as much as it used to be. And since you have to have a certain level of skill sets nowadays in order to attract love, because it's not like the days of your mammy and your pappy. It's just not. So the first thing that you got to do is first be prepared to learn. So if you're willing and ready for me to help you and teach you and give you some information, just say yes, ma'am, so I know that we're in alignment, because I believe that as a coach, it's important for me to be energetically and spiritually in alignment with you. So do I have your permission to coach you? Yes or no? Yay or nay? Yes or no? I see you, Diana. I want a successful black man who matches me as a Christian, has a degree. However, if he's not black, that's okay. Just saying. Girl, you said it like 50,000 times. Okay, you said you want a non-smoker. Okay, now listen to me. The first mistake is that you don't know what you want. And when you don't know what you want, you're going to attract exactly what you don't want. You're not going to be prepared. You're not energetically aligned to attract what it is that you really want. But here's the problem. The reason why many of you don't know what you want is because you don't really know who you are. Because the version that you think you are isn't the version that you really are. The version that you think you are is based on your love blocks. It's based on a lie that you have told yourself. And now here's the unpretty truth that I discovered when I was going through my dating experiment. I attracted all kinds of amazing men. And I attracted trash. And I attracted amazing men who were wealthy. And then I attracted broke trash. Now, before I did what I'm getting ready to tell you guys that you will need to do if you want to attract that wealthy man, who's not just wealthy, because if all he has is money, he's broke in every way that matters. But I mean a wealthy man who is fun, faithful, and will love your heart forever, the kind of man that will have your back, the kind of man who will be 3 times into you. Because ladies, listen, if your mother didn't tell you, write this down. When you meet your soulmate, he will, okay, not maybe, not should, he will be 3 times into you than you are into him. He will see you as a prize, because when a man finds a prize, he has found a good thing. So he's going to see you as a prize. So write it down, ma'am. He will love you. My soulmate will love me 3 times more than I love him. And that's the way it needs to be in order for this man to make you happy. Okay? Just write this down. You said you gave me permission to coach you. So I'm showing you the way. Okay? Do you believe you can have 2 soulmates? You have multiple soulmates. You have soulmates. He will love you. He will love you 3 times more than you love him. He's going to love you 3 times more than you love him. But if you don't know who you are, if you're not clear, because you're dealing with the love blocks that have you believing the lie that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that men are going to cheat on you because of whatever story you told yourself about yourself, then now you have become a magnet to the men that you don't want, the men who are incapable of truly loving and appreciating you. You are a magnet to that. So you're going to keep attracting that kind of man. So let me tell you about the doctor that I was telling you about. So the doctor, she came to me and she kept attracting narcissists. She kept attracting the raggedy-ass men. She already had her house paid for. She was doing life and very successful and very wealthy. However, like for whatever reason, she kept attracting the kind of men that she had to pay for, the kind of men that would cause her to lose money. And by the time she came to me, she was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. From her doing exactly what I'm teaching you right now, clearing her love blocks, activating that feminine energy, and going through our 7-step love success formula, this woman went from attracting broke Build-A-Bears all the time to attracting a man who owns a plane. This man owns a plane. He bought her a car in 5 months. The same way men were buying me cars and houses and trips and shopping sprees when I did my dating experiment, she was getting the same results, following step by step what it is that I taught her. And then he proposed to her in 10 months. Ladies, you have been lied to. You have been lied to about dating. You have been told that you need to show a man why he should choose you. You have been told that you need to be flirty, that you need to be the one to shoot in your shot. You have been told that you need to get a matchmaker or be on the online dating sites. You have been told that you need to be a black or a blue cat or a brown dog or a cupcake. I don't know, ma'am. You've been told a lot of things that simply aren't true and don't work with dating. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, the advice that's out there is so bad for you and has been sabotaging many of you that a lot of the advice actually triggers men to do the opposite. It triggers them to just want to use you. Y'all, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know why I'm like this, but this is how I am, okay? I'm 100% Saggy, okay? But a lot of the advice that y'all are listening to triggers a man to use you, triggers a man to treat you like an object, triggers him to keep you around dangling the carrot just enough that he will marry you, but he's not into you. And if he does marry you, he's still really not married to you. If you know what I mean, say yes, ma'am. Hello? How many of you been married but not really married? How many of you know of a friend? It wasn't you, but your friend was married, but she wasn't married. So then you have a lot of women, you just running around, y'all reading hundreds of books. You're watching all kinds of YouTube and TikTok-y videos. And you sitting there listening to 1,000 different people telling you 1,000 different things. That is literally having you waste more time and be more frustrated in the dating game, because what you're doing, this idea that you have that you need to stress a man out and that you need to play games and that you need to do these things and demand dinner because anything else is low effort. Like all of these ideas are literally triggering you to not get what it is that you want. And you're definitely not going to attract the wealthy men, because what I found when I was matchmaking wealthy men is that there's two type of wealthy men, and these two type of wealthy men move different. Okay. How many of you guys want me to tell you what it is that I discovered when I was matchmaking wealthy men that would be able to help you to not waste your time? If you want that advice, then let me know. If you don't, then I can move on. Okay. Because I'm getting ready to tell you my secret, and this is what it is that I did, and why I had so many that was into me and giving me things and doing for me and proposing to me. All right, this is what I found. There are two type of wealthy men, okay? There is the wealthy man who wants the pretty girl, like she has to fit like a certain look, and she can't be the kind of woman that's assertive. She needs to be the kind of woman that's meek and passive, because he wants to use her as like an object. So he's like a collector. She's a part of his collection. He just sees her as a collection, an object. He just treats her like an object. So he would keep her around as long as she is the shiny object. And then when she isn't anymore, then he will get rid of her. But he's not thinking about her as being part of like a partner or part of his empire that he's building. It's like, no, ma'am, it's his and you are his. And when he's done with you, that's it. You're just another object. Okay. Then there's the other kind of wealthy man who is looking for the queen to his castle. And he doesn't care about the money more than he cares about finding the woman that he's going to love, that he can share it with. I'm trying to tell y'all. And this kind of man who wants real love, he's showing up and dating different. Okay. First of all, he's not the one that's managing his online dating profile. He's not. And he's not the one that's just taking you out on a dinner date on the first date. He's not that kind of guy. He's not the kind of guy that's showing up looking like he has a lot of money. He's going to leave his Maserati at home. He's going to leave the Bentley at home. And he's going to drive the Toyota that he drives on a regular basis. Okay? Or his F450 truck. Like, he's going to drive that. And then he wants to see, are you going to want him for him? So one of the things that we used to do when we would manage these type of men profile and we would set them up is we would see if this woman was really at his level by inviting her for coffee, whether that's, and y'all, there was multiple ways of meeting people. There was even Craigslist. Okay. So it's back in the day. Don't talk about me. I'm only 29. So we would have different ways that we would reach out to women. And then one of the things that we would do is invite them out for coffee. And then the women who would reject coffee dates would automatically be eliminated as an option. Listen, man. Okay. I'm trying to tell you. Reject coffee date. And these are wealthy men. Like, I mean, they have their own boat. They have their own car. They have money. They want to spend it on the woman that he loves. And he wants the woman but he also wants a woman who has a life and doesn't need him, isn't looking for somebody who just wants him for his money. So what we found are the women who would accept the coffee date had a significantly higher chance of attracting a wealthy man. That was something that we assumed back in the day until the data came out. So there was a study that was recently done. And when I say recently, that was within the last 3 years, that showed that the highest income earning bracket are more likely to do coffee. And the highest married group are more likely to do coffee. So there were women literally turning down the kind of man that she says she wanted because she was rejecting coffee. Because this kind of man, his time is money. And he's not going to waste his time. He doesn't care about the money. He's not going to waste his time. He doesn't want to sit there and have dinner with somebody that he doesn't even know if he has a connection with yet. He's going to do coffee first. So these men move different. They're going to be humble. They're going to be the kind of man that's not trying to get you, hook you with his money. The kind of man that's flashy with his money and trying to hook you with his money. Some of y'all are going to listen to this or hear this, and some of you are not. But the ones that are mostly flashy don't have real money. Hello? The ones who you need, that's, I don't even know if I'm doing it right. The ones who are loud with it, the ones who are like bragging about what they have, or they're pulling up to you in their fancy cars, yo, they don't have money. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. We would be surprised. Like, seriously, the men that have the real money, they look like, they could even look like bums. They would have a regular t-shirt and some jeans. But he's sitting on a trust. Okay? This man has got a mansion or two or three. Like, he has savings. He's not rolling like that. He's not. And there's certain things that he's looking for in the woman that he wants to give the castle to. Okay? I know I didn't do it right. I know I didn't do it right. Listen, Linda, listen. I'm trying to tell you guys. And I learned this by accident. So when I was doing my dating experiment, I was like going out and I was moving the same way that most of y'all be moving when it comes to dating. And I kept attracting like broke dudes. I kept attracting men who were ghosting me, men who weren't taking me seriously, men who didn't want to commit to me, men that didn't want to give effort, men who would start off all hot and heavy and who were willing to like say all the right things, call, text, and all. But then when it came to actually any actions, it was nothing. And it was constant disappointment. And I was tired of it. And I was tired of, like, listen, ladies, you should never, ever date or marry somebody who has less to lose than you. Period, point blank. There's plenty of men out there. If you don't listen to anything else that I say, there's plenty of men, plenty of fish in the sea. And there's good men that are out there. So you don't have to settle for men who are broke. You don't have to settle for men who are struggling. You don't have to settle for men who are broken. You don't have to settle for men trying to figure it out or trying to get it together or just trying to see what happens or go with the flow or any of that foolishness. But I didn't know that when I was first doing my dating experiment. And so the more that I kept working on me and the more that I cleared my love blocks, I started to move differently. I started to show up. It affects your whole energy, the way you vibrate, the way you make eye contact, the way you can smile a certain way that triggers something in a man. It makes you not feel like if he walks away you're gonna lose something. And it drives these men crazy, especially the wealthy ones that are in their masculine energy. It makes them want to figure out what do they need to do in order to be with you. And it doesn't matter wherever you live, baby. It doesn't matter if you're in Mississippi. It doesn't matter if you're Alabama. Thank you. I appreciate it. But y'all, it doesn't even matter how you look. I'm telling you, I proved this over and over again. I can pull up my website right now, which I can do a screen share. I can pull up my website right now and I can pull up many of my clients. And these are just a fraction of our clients. And I can show you women that look different ways. Some are big, some are small, some are tall, some are short, some are black, some are white, some are different religions, like whatever it is. And these same women were getting the same results that I was getting because they simply followed a simple formula. It's not, y'all aren't listening. Y'all aren't listening. You talk about where do you meet them? Ma'am, if I took what it is that I know and what I'm trying to teach you right now, and I went to the moon, I would be married in a year. Hello? What's the little finger thing? Like, what is it? What is it? Did I do that? Is it? Matter of fact, if I took you to the moon and you followed what it is that I'm teaching you, you would be married in less than a year. I don't care what you look like, ma'am. I don't care whatever your excuses are. You would be, at the very least, engaged in a year because it works, because it works, because it works. That's the reason why we guarantee love at my agency. We are so confident in what it is that we do that we guarantee love, because once you get a woman where she is energetically aligned in a certain place, and you can tell when she's aligned because she shows certain symptoms. She's behaving a certain way. She's going to see these certain results show up in her life. So we can track her. We know what stage she's at. We know when she's at stage 1. We know when she's at stage 2. We know when she's at stage 3. We know when she's at stage 4, stage 5, all the way up to stage 7. And the kind of women that work with me, like, they want like wealthy men. They want men who are going to adore her. Like, so they want to be at stage 5, 6, and 7. So that's the reason why they're willing to do the work, so they can figure it out, so they can attract that kind of love. Because why work hard your whole life to build something to then bring a raggedy ragamuffin in your life who's just going to cause you to lose it all? How many of you guys ever been with a man who, when you were doing well, then now you ended up losing money, you lost your car, you lost your house, you lost your job, you lost in life because of the man that you had in your life? How many of you am I talking to? Hello? Hello? There was another client who was a doctor, and I told you guys about that, and she also like owned her house and was doing really well, and she married a Build-A-Bear, and this Build-A-Bear was a narcissist, and he was abusive, and she had to pay him out like $1.6 million, I think it was, and she also had to give up her house. Y'all, her house that was worth over $1 million. She had to give it to this Build-A-Bear. So when you talk about loss, I lost my house from being with a Build-A-Bear. I had a 7-bedroom, 3-story house that I lost from choosing a Build-A-Bear. I lost my car because I chose a Build-A-Bear. So when I am telling you that your ability to be able to properly vet, select, and date the right man for you is expensive. You can't afford to lose. You can't. You can't afford to not know what it is that you didn't know. So when I was dating and when I was figuring this out, I ended up attracting a Build-A-Bear who was a liar and who was a cheater, who showed me, remember when I told you the loud money? Okay. He pulled up in his nice fancy car and then pulled me up to his nice fancy house. And then he was promising me the world, only to find out that this broke back, meaty neck Build-A-Bear actually had another wife in a whole nother city, married me while still having a wife. And then I lost my house, my car, and everything. So I'm not telling you what it is that I think. I'm telling you what it is that I know. And there's women that lose all day, every day. If you get nothing else from what I'm saying, you can't do dating the way you've been doing it. And absolutely, you should do a prenup. But even with a prenup, you can still lose heavily. And I always tell women, for the love of everything holy, do not get married without a prenup if you have more assets. If he has more, which you should be, if you listen to me, then he's going to have more assets. Then no, ma'am, we're not doing a prenup. Or if you do a prenup, make sure the prenup has the stipulation of you making sure you're going to be taken care of if the marriage ends. Okay. You don't be planning on getting into a car accident, but you still have car insurance, and you definitely need to have a prenup. But the point is rather than get to that, make sure you know what it is that you're doing when you're doing dating. So anyway, as I was dating, as I was figuring this out, as I was learning how to be able to attract very successful, wealthy men, I learned that there was 3 things that you must have and you must do that will trigger a man to want to be with you. And these things that you do, you will automatically do naturally when you start at baseline, when you're not trying to skip steps, when you start from the process that requires for you to evolve. And the problem that I realized, the mistake that I have been doing when I go live to you guys and when I'm providing my content, I keep telling you things that you can do when it comes to dating. And that's also the mistake when it comes to people who are giving you advice. They keep telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like, if you do this, you can get the man. If you do that, you can get a man to fall in love with you. If you do this, you can get this result. But baby, it's not what you do that makes a man fall in love with you. It is who you become. You must become the wife that you want to attract in your husband. Like, you want to become the match, the soulmate that you want to attract. So when you ask me, where do you meet these wealthy men? You meet them when you finally become the match to him. And how you do that is you have to clear your love blocks, period, point blank. Now, you can skip it. You can skip this process if you want to. And then, just like with my client that I told you, that's a doctor that lost millions of dollars from choosing a Build-A-Bear, then you can have that. Or you can keep trying to skip it, trying to do the fast way, keep watching all the TikTok videos and the YouTube videos and reading all the books and doing all the journaling and going to all the therapy. You can do that and then put your head up 5, 6, 7, 10 years later, and then find yourself frustrated and tired of wasting your time. And then you're coming to me because you want to be able to find love in 6 months because you feel like you're running out of time to have a family. Rather than do that, what I encourage you to do is come to my training. Next week, I'm going to be doing a training. I'm going to do an all-day training where I'm going to teach you everything you need to know so that you can be able to attract these wealthy, elite men who are doing life at the high level that you're doing life. If you want to find that out, if you want to find out step by step what it is that I did, how can you trigger a man to want to commit to you, to want to love you, to want to marry you, that's doing life at that level? I made my training so accessible. It's only $49. So you can join me next week. You can go to bossdiva.com in order to secure your tickets. I'm only going to allow 100 people there because I want it to be intimate. I want to really be able to pour into you. If you want to, you can do VIP. And if you do VIP, then that means you'll get an hour with me. So from 12 to 1 is going to be my VIP ladies, where I'm going to be coaching just a select group of women. And then, see, look at this. Look. Marissa said, girl, I've been following your tips and glad to report he has committed. Thank you, Queen. You're welcome. If you guys want these type of results and more, because when I'm finished with you, when you really do the work, when you're really following the formula, not only will he be committing to you, he will be trying to give you the world. He will run through walls for you, ma'am. You won't be losing time, money, frustration, and energy. So make sure you go to bossdiva.com and you go ahead and click that first square, and it says the Elite Dating Training, and go ahead and get your tickets. The VIP session, if you want with me, where I'll be coaching and working with you, it's going to be 12 to 1. And then for the training for everybody else with the regular general admission tickets, it's going to be from 1 to 6. And we're going to be in there, and I'm going to be pouring into you, and I'm going to be teaching you. And as a gift to you, because I really want to see you enhance and up-level your love life and meet your romantic best friend, I've included a love mapping call. A blueprint call, okay? The blueprint call is not like the love mapping call. The blueprint call is where you're going to talk for 15 minutes with one of my love specialists. She's actually going to give you a document. She's going to send you a document, that blueprint. And your blueprint it's like a test that you take. It's called the Love Success Assessment that I invented, by the way, okay? Can't steal it because I literally hired like top of the line people who are like data science, AI, and all kinds of different things together to be able to calculate what is your love archetype, what is your feminine energy level, what is your love block level, what stage are you, and what's the likelihood that if you got into a relationship right now, would that relationship actually work? Like, what is it? How many of you have had your heart broken? You met a man, he seemed like he was amazing. He seemed like he was honest. He seemed like he was the one, and only for you to fall in love with him. And then 5, 6, 7, 8 months later, you find out that he was literally like the devil. And you wish you could have been able to predict that you are literally a magnet for attracting that kind of man. How many of you wish you had that? Hello? I know I do. Especially with that married Build-A-Bear who lied about being married. Okay? Ma'am, if you do more than just follow my tips, you're going to be married in less than a year. Like, you won't have to keep just listening. I don't want to just be entertainment for you. I want you to get results. So now when you take the Love Success Assessment, and you can go to bossdiva.com in order to access the assessment. It's free for now, but I will start charging for the assessment because it's extremely valuable. So you're going to take your assessment when you sign up for the summit, the Elite Dating Summit, that's next week. Take the assessment. Then my love specialist, you're going to book a session with my love specialist for 15 minutes. She's going to go over what your blueprint is at no additional cost because it's part of your ticket. And she's going to tell you, like, this is what's going on. This is what's blocking you. These are the things that you need to do. This is where your feminine energy's at. And now you'll know you're not going to be in the dark anymore. You won't have to worry about if you are going to attract a good guy or not. You'll know, like, no, right now I'm a magnet to another narcissist. So then now you're armed to be able to do something about it. Okay. And so these calls is just because I want to pour into you. The class that I'm doing, the reason why it's only $49 is because I want to pour into you for those women who are willing to show up for themselves. Those women who are serious about showing up for themselves. And if you are, then I'm going to pour 10 times into you. So I hope I see you there. And for all of the women who are founders, okay, for all of my founding members who are founders for Her Pocket Coach, I just want you to know that I love you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. Today is officially the day. So the app was actually launched yesterday, where it was pushed to the Play Store and to the Apple Store. And for those of you who don't know, because you're like brand new here, I created the very first AI-powered love coach from the convenience and privacy of your very own pocket. It is state of the art. There's nothing else like it that does what it does. It learns as you are continuing to grow, and it adapts to you to provide you a customized journey based on your own needs. And there's like so much going in it. Like, it has a journal that's AI powered, that, and there's an avatar that's me trained, and that's coaching you like based on my advice. So then when you're like, hey Shay, like, should I call him? I haven't heard from him in 3 days. No, I am. What are you doing? No, I am. And actually, at a certain level, you'll be able to have coaching sessions with AI Shay, who's trained to coach like me. And we've been working on this for over a year. I've poured in $1.5 million at this point, and it has been blood, sweat, and tears. It's been multiple failures to launch. And finally, the app is here and it's launched, and it's just going to keep improving and keep getting better. So it should be available in the Apple Store, and it should be available in the Play Store by tomorrow. But for all my founders, like, let me know who you are. Email support@shaybetter.com, because we are going to share the private link with you so that you can download it now. Okay, so you can have access to it now. And for all of you who sign up at tier 2 of the app, then don't worry about paying for the summit, because you're going to get automatic access into the training that's next week when you sign up at tier 2. And of course, it's going to increase because there's like so much value in the app. Okay. But I just want you guys to know that I can't tell you how much I love and adore you. And if you are getting frustrated with love, and you're getting frustrated with dating, and you feel like there's no good men, I'm here to tell you, baby, that the reason why you're frustrated and the reason why you are feeling this pull to do something is because your soulmate is literally looking for you. He is hoping that you finally show up in your true, authentic, heal, whole self, so that he can see you, so that he can find you, and so that he can love you. He's a nice guy. He's that good guy. He's the old school man that loves paying bills, because he knows that as a man, that's his responsibility. He's that kind of man that wants to give you the world, because he loves you, and you deserve to align and attract that man. So know that no matter what has ever happened to you, what anybody has ever said, you are the prize. You deserve the best. Ma'am, don't just be tired. Go to bossdiva.com and go ahead and get your ticket so I can teach you better so that you can have better and you can do better. But you're the prize, baby. And when you finally get out of your way and you finally just simply learn the formula for how to be able to align with your romantic best friend, then your man, your love, your soulmate will finally be able to see you and find you and value you as a prize you have always been. I love you. I appreciate you all. And I will see you next Tuesday in training. Oh, wait a minute. I'm actually doing the app launch tomorrow. I don't even know what I forgot. I'm doing the app launch tomorrow. I'm actually going to go live tomorrow, starting from 5 o'clock, and I'm going to go through the app, and you guys can go through the app with me. So if you want to join me tomorrow, it's going to be like an app party, app launch party. Join me tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm going to go live, and we're going to make history together. So I love you guys. Join me tomorrow. See you later. Bye. Okay, how do I... How,